What is wine? Wine is the best known alcoholic beverages made with the fermented juice of grapes, which can be produced from any kind of fruit. But in order to be wine, it must be made from wine grapes. Speaking of difference, the difference between wine and beer is that beer is made from real grapes that are fermented. There are three major types of wine. They have the obvious difference in the color appearance and also different in how to make, taste, and therefore to pair them with their proper food, which are red wine, white wine, and rosé.
White wine is white or pale, made from white or green grapes. White wines are wines made by fermenting only the grapes juice, and all skin and seeds are separated. Red wine get all of the red or purple color from the skin of grapes. They also impart other flavors and textures to the wine, noticeably the tannins. Rosé is made from red or purple grapes. Pinkish color is come from the grape skins that left macerating with its juice for a few hours. What do you know about tannin? Tannin is a textural element that makes wine taste dry. It is a naturally occurring polyphenol found in plants, seeds, bark, wood, leaves, and fruit skins. Did you know the difference between variety and varietal? A variety is a type of grape, and varietal is named after the grape with capital initial. A varietal wine primarily shows the fruit, but the grape variety dominates the wine flavor. Type of white wine grapes. There are about 15 major white grapes used for white wine. Here are the 10 examples of them. And also there are 40 major red wine grapes used for red wines of the world. Here are the 10 examples of them. What is a vintage? A wine vintage is the year in which the grapes were harvested. A vintage wine is made from grapes that were all or primarily grown and harvested in a single specific year. In certain wine, it can denote quality.
What is the difference between Old World wine and New World wine? Old World refers to the traditional wine-growing regions of Europe. Old World wines tend to be lighter body, exhibiting more herbs, earth, mineral, and floral components. New World wines are from countries or regions where winemaking were imported during the age of exploration. The climates of New World wine regions are often warmer, which tend to result in riper, more alcoholic, full body, and fruit center wine. I would recommend Domanchong Katong Gokong Pinot Noir 2013. This wine is made by one of Burgundy's Grand Cru winemakers that also produce world-class wines costing hundreds of dollars. Do you know, in 2009, the total wine production in France was 46 million hectoliters, about 3.5 billion bottles. Worldwide wine production is around 270 million hectoliters. What grape is used to make Muscat wine? The grape is actually called Melon de Bourgogne. It is a delicate dry white wine, and it is also perfect companion with oysters. What is the difference between Hermitage and Rosé Hermitage? The main difference comes to the soil. Hermitage has a granite soil and located on the top of the hill, while Rosé has more clay and sand located just below. Chateau de la Garde 1987. It is an interesting vintage wine. However, it is not one of the best. Therefore, the bottle has maybe past its optimum condition, but still should be drinkable. How can Chablis be stored before drinking? It depends on the classification of it. The classification is specified on the label underneath the name of the wine, such as appellation Petit Chablis Contrôlé, it means should drink now, cannot be stored.
Spain. In the country of Spain, for over 6,000 years, wine have been produced by the local people in every part of the country, as the vineyards are both shelter and their livelihood for them. Wine that they are made were increasing the quality every year, but they are not the largest producer in the world due to the low yield. And Spain is the lowest density of wine in the world. Therefore, traditional Spain vineyard can trade in tiny amounts of fruit with the extraordinary concentration of flavor due to the root of wine that grows for many years. It means that all nutrients which be in each grape. There are numerous wine regions in Spain worthy for exploration, but the most famous that we'll see are Catalunya, Rioja, and Ribera del Duero.
Ribera del Duero, the main grape variety is Tempranillo, as known as Tinto Fino. Consequently, the wines from Ribera tend to have a deeper color, more tannin, more intense black fruit character, which have more red fruit aroma. Rioja, the main grape of Rioja is Tempranillo, which is typically blended with small amount of Garnacha, Graciano, Cabernet, Merlot, and several other indigenous varieties. Carignan is used to produce a medium-boiled red wine, was considered a low-quality wine grape. This makes it excellent addition to red wine blends that have plenty of aroma and flavor but lack of body and depth of color. All of these are blended wine. The main grape of Rioja is Tempranillo, which is typically blended with small amount of Garnacha. For what Garnacha lack in color, it makes up for in fruit, alcohol, and finish. Sherry have the most alcohol percentage of 15 to 20% ABV or alcohol by volume, follow up with Garnacha, Carignan, and finally Tempranillo. To pair Tempranillo wine with food, we recommended to pair with gourmet burger or leg of lamb. Serving temperature is around 16 to 20 Celsius. The high-intensity flavors of Garnacha match well with roasted meats and vegetables. To serving, should be served in room temperature around 16 to 20 Celsius. Rioja wine can be served with some roasted pork, chicken, or lamb. Serving temperature should be in cellar, serving around 13 to 16 Celsius. Carignan wine, with its bold red fruit and earthly meaty notes, can serve with some cheese such as Gouda or Parmesan. Serving temperature should be in room temperature around 16 to 20 Celsius.
German wine is primarily produced in the west of Germany. The total wine production is usually around 9 million hectoliters annually, corresponding to 1.2 billion bottles, which places Germany as the 8th largest wine producing country in the world. Which grapes are grown at this vineyard? Overall, nearly 135 grape varieties may be cultivated in Germany. 100 are released for white wine production and 35 for red wine production. Every vineyard have different tastes of wine. This was a famous vineyard in Germany. First, Bergkastel, Cruz, Mettelhart, Radebel, Rudesham, Trier, Auvergne, Dresden are the famous places of official winemaking region have the best vineyard across the country of Germany. These are the names of the red grape in Germany: Pinot Noir, Dornfelder, Stranghohn, Merlot, Acolon. And these are the examples of the name of the red grape in Germany. These are the name of the white grape in Germany. For example, Riesling, Chardonnay, Ortega, Rubiner, Sherby. And these are the examples of grape in Germany. In general, the right classification of German wine reflects minimum sugar content in the grape, also known as potential alcohol, the amount of alcohol resulting from fermenting or sugar in the juice at the point of harvest of the grape. Are any of these wines a brand? Name: Dornfelder. Up, prolific, relatively early ripener. It's produced wine far deeper in color than other German red wine. In fact, it was initially bred 1955 in Württemberg to serve as a blending wine to improve the colors of pale reds. Today, it is priced on its own as a fragrant, full body, complex wine with a fairly tannic acidity. Dornfelder, German's second most popular red grape. The Dornfelder wine fermented and or aged in oak casks. Everyday Dornfelder wines from areas like the Pfalz-Annalens and the Lessene tend to be fresh and fruity with a slightly floral quality, while top version can gain complexity, ripeness, and spice from barrel aging. Which wine have the highest alcoholic percentage? The delicate of wine, rising of the Moselle in Germany, often have the alcohol content in the high single digit. When buying a German Riesling, look for the cabinet for lower alcohol, less lip wines. Riesling for Germany. Paris, Riesling 8.5% ABV, rice sweet German Riesling. In German wine, 76 to 90 degree. Also, depending on the region, greater intensity and strength than cabinet. High level of acidity that curbs any overt sweetness. Fleshy and intensely favorite. Often taste of apples, pear, and honey suckery. What food would you pair this wine with? Riesling and butternut, squash soup, and Sparger Burgunder, Pinot Noir, herb parented with mushroom. What temperature do you recommend serving wine? Serving German white wine, chilled to about 50 Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. Rose wine tastes best a couple of degrees warmer, and red wine should be served about 64 Fahrenheit or 18 Celsius.
Australia wine. Australia is renowned for producing world-class wine, from heady reds to fruity wines and delicious desserts, from fortified wines. Joseph Comey, Tasmania. Wyre is located in Lobia on the island Tasmania off the coast of Australia, home to cold climatescape. Joseph Comey is pretty much guaranteed to please all those who visit. Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Riesling, Pinot Gris, and Sauvignon Blanc.
Australian wine, which gave a glow at this wine. Joseph Comey Tasmanian. Joseph Comey wine 150-acre vineyards produce a number of varieties of highly sought after grapes. Wines include Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, Pinot Gris, and Juweza Tamier. A vintage bargain and body test, Riesling Lodge of the Lake, and everything is stand down. Rescue in Joseph Comey Tasmania, hand-picked Pinot Noir is gently distilled and placed in a small batch. Open the jar fermenters with approximately 25% whole bunch. Regular purging is used to immerse the skin and extract color, and turn it as gentle as possible. After pressing the wine and the glass, malolactic. Fermentations in French oak barley creed, and is measured in oak for 11 months. This wine is unvined and bottled by hand, which gave a glow at this wine. Joseph Comey Tasmania. Joseph Comey wine 150-acre vineyards produce a number of varieties of highly sought after grapes. Wines include Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, Pinot Gris, and Juweza Tamier. A vintage bargain and body test, Riesling Lodge of the Lake, and everything is stand down. Or any of this wine are brand Red Rhone. Australia, despite having varying locations and triple coffee, this new worldwide legend all have there something in common. All are billing themselves as the next big legend to produce world-class Rhone brand. Sheila's Australian, first brought to Australia in the early 1800s. Shiraz is currently a double signature landscape. Found in nearly every Australian wine legend, Shiraz can come in many styles, even sparkling, but is the best known as a full-body, full-fruit, often low-grade, with undertone of spice and herb. Which wine have the highest alcohol percentage? Joseph Comey Cabernet Sauvignon. Elegant with fine, silky tannins breathing through a lace mid palette of blackberry, subtle alcoholics, and pepperberry. The finish is long at the dry, suggesting as an age-worthy wine. For the white spec, vintage 2018, Carital Cabernet Sauvignon, and alcohol for 14.5%. For which wine have the highest alcohol percentage continue, Joseph Comey Sauvignon Blanc. Intense tropical fruit and guava and melon provide a juicy full-bit palate, with nicely firm ginger spice and curly tannins. The lemon lime's acidity is fresh and light, providing the textural palate with its focus and light. What would you pair wine with? The first is Fish and Chips with Barbarza 2013 Sauvignon Blanc, and the second is Lowland and Vegetable with Ramel MC2 Cabernet Brand, and the third one is Chicken from McGinna with Real Wine Estate Pureed Chardonnay. What temperatures do you recommend serving wine? White wine and rosé should be served cold, 50 to 60 degrees. The best way to get white wine and rose cold is to place it in the fridge immediately after buying it. However, if you buy the wine the same day you want to drink it, either leave in the fridge for several hours, or you can place it in the freezer for about 30 minutes. For the conclusions of the Australian wine, the gap in industry in Australia are typically as one with highly skilled operators and extensive research, development, and education programs sustain economic viability of the wine grapes industry as the dependent urban continue to grow with the wine export.
Winemaking, France.
The cultivation of wines began several thousand years before Christ and is mentioned many times in the Old Testament. The ancient Egyptians made wine. The early Greeks exported into a considerable scale. During the Roman Empire, wine cultivation was extended to such a degree that a surplus ensured. And in AD 92, the Emperor Domitian decreed that half the wine outside the Italy should be unported. When replanting was later permitted, vineyard extended into northern France and Germany and even into southern England.
Grape is grown in Bergerac, Gamay with a little Pinot Noir and the local variations of Pinot Le Bois, Chardonnay, Eligot, Pinot Gris, known locally as Pinot Beurot, Pinot Blanc, and Meron de Bourgogne. Noir is used in small quantities in red and rosé wine, but in the name of regional identity, it is being phased out and will be permitted only until the harvest of 2015. It should always be served with slight chill for maximum refreshment. The light body and the low tannin of Bacillus make it good match with leaner meat and vegetarian cuisine, especially with dishes with fruit elements like raisin, prunes, or figs or cherry sauce. Serve Bacillus slightly cool at about 54 degrees Fahrenheit or 12 Celsius. The wine is more refreshing and its forward fruit more apparent than if you serve it in the room temperature. Regular Bacillus and Bacillus village should be consumed within 2 years of vintage date on the bottle. Cru Bacillus is usually safe up to 3 years, but some can even last to 10 years depending on the vintage.
The origin of the wine was actually located in ancient Mesopotamia, near Iran, present day between 2000 BC to 4000 BC. From the time of prehistoric, people who worked in white grape in Greek who named the country Oenotria, or the land of the wine, when they arrived in Italy. In the 8th century BC, the art of winemaking in southern Italy and Sicily, the Etruscan from the Asia Minor gave it to the central Italy.
The second one, which grapes are grown at this vineyard. So they Italy have 5 regions that produce the best wine in the country. Piedmont, located on the north of Italy, they produce some of the country's most renowned red wine named Barolo and Barareso. The region is flanked by the frosty Mount Elf up on the north, and it is approximately close to the Mediterranean. Characteristic climate, fog that helps to ripen the Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo produce lightly colored red wine that are blood tannic and age well, becoming richer and rusty color with time. Barolo, nicknamed the king of the wine, developing a rich perfume with touch of licorice, rose, and truffle. Other popular grapes grown in Piedmont are Barbera and Dolcetto, both of them which are considered more everyday wine. Barbera produces wine with a rich, fruity flavor while retaining a light mouthfeel, with Dolcetto is well balanced in terms of acidity and tannins. Are any of these wines a blend? There are 4 famous wine blends in Italy. First, Chianti, Tuscany, Italy. A medium body wine with note of black cherry, leather, tomato, and vanilla. Sangiovese, 70 to 100%. No more than 15% of Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. Up to 30% of other ingredients. Second, Cooper Tuscan, Tuscany, Italy. A full-body red wine with flavor of blueberry, clove, and leather. Made from Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Sangiovese, Shiraz, and Cabernet Franc. Third, Amarone Veneto, Italy. A medium to full-body red wine with both tannin and note of fig, dry cranberry, clove, sweet tobacco, and leather. Provina, Molinara, Rondinella, and other indigenous varieties. The fourth, Sauve Veneto, Italy. Savave, a medium body white wine with note of lemon, almond, and occasionally creaminess from oak aging. Cacanega up to 70%, Trebbiano, Chardonnay, and Pinot Blanc. Which wine has the highest alcohol percentage? Marsala wine is a fortified wine made in Sicily. It contains 20% of alcohol by volume. is most commonly used in cooking to create nutty, rich caramelized sauce. It is an amazing addition to the chef's kitchen. The most common flavors are vanilla, brown sugar, stewed apricot, and tamarind. Masala wine range from a nearly dry style to soupy sweet. It can be split into different styles based on the type of grape used, white or mostly red, and the winemaking method. The most masala made for cooking is fino or fine masala, which actually the lowest quality of the level of the wine. Dry masala is typically used for savory entrees, where it adds a nutty flavor and caramelization to beef, tenderloin, mushroom, and turkey and veal. Sweet masala is typically used to make a very sweet and viscous sauce. What food would you pair this wine with? Masala wine pair wonderfully with some hard-to-match food such as asparagus, Brussels sprout, and chocolate.
What temperature do you recommend serving this wine and how long can shelf this wine? The masala recommend to serve slightly cool around 55 Fahrenheit. Masala wine will stay fresh open for about a month. If you would like to keep it longer, put it in a cool dark place. Remove the oxygen before putting on the lid by using a can or with preserver.
How can you tell if the wine is corked or bad? Not all the wine is ideal for storing. If it's been in contact with air for too long or has a thin cork, the liquid inside has turned and should not be consumed. These are a handful of the signs that might indicate a good wine has gone bad. The smell is off. If a wine aroma is moldy or resembles a musty basement, the wet cardboard or vinegar is turned. A heavy resin smell is another bad signal. The red wine tastes sweet if the bottle of the wine has aroma of the port or tastes like desert wine. Even though it is neither of those two things, it has been overexposed to heat and is therefore undrinkable. The cork is pushed out slightly from the bottle. The sign of the wine has overheated and expanded within the bottle. The wine is brownish color. The brown hue in red wine demonstrates the liquid in the past prime. White wine has the darker to a deep yellow or brownish straw color are usually oxidized. You detected astringent or chemical flavor. Wine the lack fruit is raspberry to astringent or has an thinner taste is usually bad. It is taste fizzy but is not sparkling wine. A still wine that is fizzy or effervescent has undergone a second fermentation after the bottling and should not be enjoyed.
How are the wine fermented? White wine, once crushed, the white grapes are transferred to the press, which is another piece of winemaking equipment that is literal to its name. All of the grapes are pressed to extract the juice and leaves behind the grape skin. The pure juice is then transferred to the tank, where sediment settles into the bottom of the tank. After the setting period, the juice is then racked, which means it is filtered out of the setting tank into another tank to ensure all the sediment is gone before fermentation starts. Red wine. Red wine grapes are also commonly disturbed and lightly crushed. The difference is that these grapes, along with their skin, go straight into the vat to start fermentation on their skin. This is what imparts the red color into red wine. Otherwise, red grapes also make a white wine.
Do you know any famous French area for making wine? No, it's not the Paris. Here are 5 best known areas in France.